And by the way, I come from a marginalized community, which is also a semi-arid. And when you look at the research, the issues affecting the people of Bere, where the constituencies which I represent, they are very, very similar to the issues affecting the people of Tana River, the issues of the people of Turkana, owners of this country. Bere North is one of those constituencies that receive food distribution or food relief from the special program. And I know how this special program has really assisted the people of my community. And not only food distribution, also it is important to note that Bere North constituency receive porridge from Nakanek for all students, all pupils who are from PPP to all the way to grade 4. So my constituency, which is marginalized, is similar to all the constituencies which are marginalized in 23 counties, which are under arid and semi-arid areas. Therefore, having faced these challenges firsthand, having talked to the people in the special program to distribute food relief to my constituency, having talked to the people in the Ministry of Education under the NACONEC to ensure the children of Bere North who are in Roa Primary School are getting porridge every morning. I know the challenges affecting the children of Kenya in semi-arid and arid counties in the Republic of Kenya. And I will endeavor to ensure not only my children who I was representing are getting porridge and getting relief food, but another relief commodities, but all similar constituencies we have under these 23 counties in the Republic of Kenya. The last question was about
your legislative proposals. You come out as being anti-corruption. That's what he asked. Can you answer that?
Honorable Speaker, if you read the object of amendment of Anti-Corruption and Economic Crimes Act, we are very clear that the act seemed to criminalize frauds within the Public Procurement Act, which essentially should be criminalized. But at the same time, the criminalization of these frauds should not also make Kenyans, taxpayers' money be lost in a due process of prosecution and investigation. Honorable Speaker and my colleague, Honorable Kosin, will agree with me. Many cases, many corruption cases have been withdrawn. Many corruption cases have been acquitted. But monies, huge amount of monies, taxpayers' monies were lost. Acquittals have been there, withdrawals have been there, but monies from taxpayers were lost. We have not seen anyone asking that question. What happens? Because we acquitted this, but monies were lost. So there are other methods to ensure we are not going to lose money through corruption and at the same time lose monies through investigation and prosecution processes. That Kenyans lose two ways, through corruption and through administration of justice. So I am not in any way trying to promote corruption. Number two, Honorable Speaker, about the Assembly and Demonstration Bill. The Assembly and Demonstration Bill does not remit, from where I stand, does not remit rights. As far as Article 24 of our Constitution is concerned, talks about the rights which cannot be limited, limitation of rights and fundamental freedoms. That's Article 24. And assemblies and demonstration, Honorable Speaker, if I go through this article, assembly and demonstration is not one of them. What this assembly and demonstration bill is trying to endeavor is to protect the rights of other persons who may not participate in demonstrations, in assemblies, in picketings, and presentation of petition to public authorities. They have also the right to enjoy the natural state of environment which they conduct their business in. They have the right to go to hospital without intervention, children to go to schools without any hindrances. So also the right of children, the right of those who are sick need to be protected. So I was seeking to ensure we conduct demonstrations in the Republic of Kenya without causing damage, without loss of right. Without losing life, because we have lost lives in demonstration. No life that should be lost because of demonstration. No property that should be destroyed because of demonstration. Children of the Republic of Kenya should go to school in a time when the school is open. We have seen school getting closed in this republic because of demonstration. So it's trying to bridge the two, the right of those who are demonstrating and also the right of those who are not in getting involved in demonstration, and especially the vulnerable, the sick, the old, and our children to enjoy the true state of environment.
Robert.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Speaker. The Honorable Ruku, you're being proposed to be CS for public service and human capital.
So, there's a point of order from Junet.
Before we move forward, you see, the nominee is saying he's not limiting, he's not doing limitations of rights that have been given by the Constitution. Mr. Speaker, the Constitution provided in an Article 37, every person has the right peaceably and unarmed to assemble, to demonstrate, to picket, and to present petitions to public authorities. And it did not say there, Parliament should come up with legislation to implement that article. It is very clear in the Constitution that so long as you are peaceful and you are unarmed, then you are allowed to participate. But now you are bringing extra conditions to the Constitution that school children going, sick people, nobody is interested in those ones. Weren't you not curtailing this freedom enshrined in the Constitution? And if the people are armed and they're not peaceful, then it becomes a security issue now. The security people have the legal mandate to deal with such cases. Why are you not using Parliament to curtail that right?
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. Article 37 gives two conditions for Kenyans to be able to enjoy the right to assemble, to demonstrate, to picket, and to present petitions to public authorities. These conditions are peaceably and unarmed. Honourable Speaker, we know we have seen armed demonstration, violent demonstrations in the Republic of Kenya. For instance, 1 week ago, we saw doctors demonstrating at the gate of the National Assembly. It was peaceful. It was not armed. That is what the Constitution talks about. Such kind of demonstrations are so much encouraged and well taken care of under the Article 37.
Mr. Speaker,
but also, Honourable Chair, we have seen destruction of superhighway because of demonstration. We have seen Kenyans losing life during demonstration. We have seen many Kenyans losing property, supermarkets across the Republic, along Rudhuri Avenue, destroyed, supermarkets of one of the honourable member from Kieni, completely destroyed because of demonstration. So as long as we have peaceful demonstration, we have seen teachers demonstrating peacefully and unarmed. Those demonstrations are the intent and the letter of Article 37 of our Constitution. But the demonstration which we have seen where we have lost lives, where we have lost property, where destruction of national infrastructure or installations, those demonstrations are not foreseen in our Constitution. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Yes, no, I'll not allow that. Robert?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Speaker, but it's
If
important
we have
to
time,
tell
I'll
him,
give you an opportunity later. Robert?
It's important to remind the CS that, in fact, a lot of loss of lives in those demos came from police bullets, not the demonstrators. Now, these nominees for the Office of Public Service and Human Capital Development, and this nomination comes at a time when our public service is reeling under excessive deductions in their salaries because of additional taxation and, of course, increase in the deductions from NSSF and even the health fund. Now, and you know that, of course, salaries have not also gone up commensurate. Now, in one of the TV shows that you frequented very, very much, you did support very, very strongly the introduction of a tax that had been proposed for vehicles. In fact, you said when people have vehicles, then basically that is an income-making tool and that they should pay taxes. As you go to this office, do you still hold that view? Now, the second question is that recently one of our colleagues was captured telling fellow colleagues that they need to support the regime, because when you support the regime, then you can be given letters to go and appoint people in your constituencies. And that was for Teacher Service Commission. Now, this is another commission that employs on behalf of government. So my question is, what are you going to do to ensure that there is not skewed employment and that employment does not become a preserve only of those that are in the ruling party? Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Owen?
Thank
and
you.
I've already said public service, TSC is independent.
Yes.
And they employ on their own. They will never refer to you when they're employing if you find favor and you get appointed.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I want to declare that the Honorable Ruku is my friend, but I would like to ask him this question. That the Honorable Ruku is on record many a times propagating and promoting Mogoka, which is actually a very harmful substance among the youth. And it is also on record that he initiated the process of redefining Mira in the statutes to include Mogoka. And we know Mogoka is a very harmful substance to many, many young people. And he has been actually at the forefront to push for it being legal and being consumed and to profit his people. I want to use that, his people, those that he represents. Assuming that this committee actually approves you, Honorable Ruku, how are you going to shed off this tag that you only belong to the Mbere people and the Embu people that grow Mira? And how are you going to now take the other road that you have to protect the children of the people that serve in the ministry that are going to serve from the harmful effects of Mogoka? I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Let's take one more, Millie.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the question that I'd like to ask is, despite the responses that has been given by Honorable Ruku, it's really clear that your mind frame, while serving as a member of Parliament, was more towards limitations, if I would say, of constitutional rights. If you are taken or if you take up this position, you will definitely be taking on a different role where you are not serving a constituency, but you are serving Kenya as a whole. When I look at your CV, in your earlier life, you worked a little bit with the human rights sector, Oxfam, GB, and all that. And you worked a lot on issues of gender-based violence, amongst other things. It may be a long time, and maybe that's the reason that you have deviated a little over the years. So my question to you is, would you be willing to have a clear paradigm shift from what has been evident in Parliament to have a clearer fidelity to the Constitution, where you focus on rights much more, enhance rights much more, and in specific on the issue of gender representation and ethnic diversity, because you'll be at a situation where you'll be called to do that. I'm just a little concerned that going by your mind frame while in Parliament, you seemed more guided, your philosophical leaning was more towards limitations. But you are going to serve Kenyans. Are you willing to take a paradigm shift that is more broadly embracing of rights, specifically gender, and issue of ethnic inclusion in appointments?
You can answer those three.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I will start with Honorable Miri's question. And I want to assure this committee and Kenyans that I will ensure I abide by Article 232 of our Constitution, which talks about the values and principles of public service. And the values on principles of public service, the issue of fairness, fair competition and merit on the basis of the opportunities and promotions, as well as transparency, the issues of ensuring all communities in the Republic of Kenya are represented within the public service, as well as to ensure persons with disabilities, as well as members of all ethnic groups are part and parcel of public service. Article 232 of our Constitution bind us and will be binding me more than ever before to ensure I am firmly within the spectrum of Article 232, as well as Article 10 of our Constitution, and I think also Article 73 of our Constitution, Honorable Speaker, which talks about the leadership, the responsibilities of leadership, and this is a very critical article in terms of the objectivity and impartiality in decision making, in ensuring that there is no nepotism within public service, no favoritism, or any other improper motive or corrupt practices. I will abide myself with Article 10 of our Constitution, 73 of our Constitution, and Article 232 of our Constitution as a Cabinet Secretary of Public Service.
Thank you. I think that's a good, fair comment. I'm just wondering, because you focus a lot on the issue of equality, I don't know what your perspectives in the Constitution are on equity, which is affirmative action, because you've not mentioned the component of gender. Because sometimes in being fair, you exclude, especially for a person like you who comes from a marginalized community. How do you intend to ensure that women are included, minorities are included? Of course, you've mentioned disability, so I won't harp on that.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I'm record on ASANS. I asked a question directed to Teacher Service Commission and also Public Service Commission on matters equity, on the issues to do with equity, and they responded my question. So even as a member of Parliament, I'm on record having asked a question on equity, and probably I can directly I can directly a question on public service commission on action taken to mainstream marginalized groups and communities in the public service in line with Article 232. And also I asked a question on teacher service commission on inclusivity in recruitment procedures and affirmative action, safeguard to teachers from marginalized communities. So this is matters, Honorable Speaker, I hold dear as far as equity, affirmative action, marginalization, gender mainstreaming within our community or our government or public service to ensure we run a just government and a fair system for all people of the Republic of Kenya.
Go to the next.
The Honorable Buyer, who was agreeing that he did, we are friends. Honorable Speaker, I did not initiate the changes of definition of what Mera is. Honorable Speaker, it is the Committee of Delegated Registration which, through the Ministry of Agriculture, found it necessary to ensure there is no discrimination to the farmers of Mera. Mera or Mogoka is one plant genetically. In genetic terms, we call it Eduris. I'm forgetting the other botanical name of Mera. Eduris edaris. Eduris. Eduris? No.
Don't be misled.
No. Honorable Speaker, that's Honorable Junet is trying to. So the truth of the matter is Mogoka and Mera have a common botanical name, but different species. So the Committee on Delegated Registration through the Ministry of Agriculture was just ensuring that both Mogoka and Mera are properly captured under our laws so that there cannot be discrimination of farmers of Meru who farm Mera and farmers of Embu County who majorly do the farming of Mogoka. And it's not only farming of Mogoka happens in Embu County, but also in Makueni County, at the moment in Nyeri County, in Murang'a County, also in Nakuru County, even Machakos County. We have farmers who are doing the farming of Mogoka. In Meru University, Honorable Speaker, we have an institute which is dedicated to the research of Mera. And all the matters, all the questions in terms of what my Honorable Mbaya is trying to claim, that Mogoka is harmful, Mera is harmful, these are questions which can be answered by a government institution known as Institutes of Mera under the University of Meru, where we have researchers or professors doing the research in matters Mogoka, matters Mera. And not only the chewing of Mera, but also value addition of Mogoka and Mera. They have been found, their research which have been documented and actually published in scientific journals on the benefits of Mogoka, the benefit of Mera. There are scientific published journals from Meru University, also from the School of Biochemistry, Kenyatta University, done by one Professor Mario Pierongoge, who is a very good renowned researcher now, the acting dean of School of Applied and Pure Sciences, Kenyatta University. He has done research on Mogoka and Mera and medicinal value of this crop. So we may want to give a negative publicity of a very important brand, which can not only have economic benefit to the household in all those counties I've mentioned, but also as medicinal values in diseases like diabetes. I'm not an expert in that section, but there are professors who have found some of medicinal values for Mugoka and Mera. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
To Robert Mbui.
Can I?
Be careful not to make very strong scientific assertions without evidence. Yes, go on and answer Robert Mbui's.
Can I have a photo of Honorable Speaker?
Let me give a disclaimer. I want to withdraw the issue of medicinal values as far as diabetes is concerned, because I'm not an expert, but I know there are published journals which can be submitted to this honorable committee on medicinal benefit of Mugoka and Mera.
Go to Robert Mbui. Yes, Owen.
Just a quick one. Honorable Speaker, I want to put it to the nominee that he used his privileged position in the delegated committee to push for a definition of a word of Mira in the statute, and for me that is legislative mischief. And Honorable Speaker, there is no way that a twig is the same as a leaf, because Mogoka is a leaf, the other one is a twig, and I think he needs to. And when the youth take this Mogoka, what medicinal value do they get? You know, Honorable Speaker.
Go ahead and answer.
Thank you.
Did you use your position in the committee to advance a selfish interest?
No, Honorable Speaker, I never did that. There are more than 20. It's a committee of 21 members, and Honorable Speaker, I've only served as a member of the National Assembly for only 2.5 years. I don't think I have all those powers and roping capabilities which Honorable Mbaya is trying to claim, that within a very short period of my stay in Delegated and Registration Committee, and we are talking in 2023, meaning I had only served for a couple of months as a member of Parliament, that I had the capacity to do what you are calling legislative mischief. I think coming all the way from a marginalized community called Mbere, I come to the National Assembly, and within a couple of months, doing legislative assembly. I think that is wrong, Honorable Speaker, and is Honorable Mbaya is not right. It is the wisdom of the Ministry of Agriculture and the wisdom of the Committee of Delegated Registration, chaired by Honorable Chemkonga. So it necessary and fit, and within the statutes, the legal
Go to the
frameworks.
next question.
Yeah?
Answer the question by Robert Mbui.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Mbai, I will serve the Republic of Kenya without fear and without favor. The issues of employment will be cut across. The face of Kenya must be seen as per our Constitution, as per Article 232 of our Constitution. As a Cabinet Secretary in charge of public service, I will ensure these are issues which are mainstreamed within the public service. No nepotism as far as employment is concerned. When you talk about Public Service Commission, it is a dependent, is a commission, it's a constitutional commission. They have their clear-cut functions as a very important institution of our country. But also important to say, Mr. Speaker, Honorable Speaker, that government is not a net employer. Government is there to create an enabling environment for job creation, especially from our young people. And that is what I will endeavor to do, that public service create an enabling environment. If it's businesses which are coming to seek services in government in terms of business registration, at the moment it's about a week or so for a business to be registered. I will endeavor to ensure it is registered within the same day. Public service delivery, so that we can be able to create more jobs within all the sectors of our economy. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, he has not answered my question, my first question, because he was advocating for an increase in motor vehicle tax. Do you want our public servants to pay that tax, or you have changed your mind?
Honorable Speaker, public participation, the centrality of our Constitution is public participation. We may come as an executive with an idea in terms of taxes correction, but when we do public participation, we get a different answer or a different opinion from the Kenyans, from the public. So, centrality of our Constitution is public participation. It was very clear when public participation was done that indeed that was not appropriate tax. And I abide with the people of the Republic of Kenya. They are supreme.
George.
Thank you.
Then Daoud, then Ferdinand, in that order.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I wish to get a clarification from the nominee on the basis that the government is actually the largest employer in the Republic. That goes without gainsaying. Number two, it consumes about 60% of our budget, slightly more, on wages. And therefore, there is a hue and cry in the country that the government wage bill is bloated. The converse of that is we have these hundreds of thousands of young people who are not employed. And the government should actually be working extremely hard to ensure that the youths get employed, they are able to eke out a living, either from the government or from whatever quarter. How will you, as the CS for Civil Public Service and Human Resource Development, how will you harmonize the issue of the bloated wage bill vis-a-vis the unemployment in the country, as a result of which we have very little money left for development?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. If the nominee is ready, can I? We've heard a lot about ghost workers all over the public service, in the counties and all that. How do you intend to tackle the ghost worker phenomenon in the country so that we can reduce the wage bill? Secondly, there is a bill in Parliament which seeks to take away some of the powers of the Public Service Commission. What is your take on that, if you are aware? And if you're not, there is a bill which I took to Parliament, the Public Service Principles and Values of Public Service, which says each and every year you're supposed to submit a report on how we have done the public service, regards gender, minorities, disabled, and all that. Because we've not had that report for a long time. How are you going to tackle? Those are three questions. Thank you.
Ferdinand.
My friend is Geoffrey. We normally joke around with you. He's also a friend, but now on a more serious case, not joking. We joke quite a bit with you. First of all, the civil servants, I think it's just related to what other members, you'll not come out very specifically. Civil servants are really not motivated. And now with that energy of yours, you go to become a minister, hopefully you will. How are you going to assist the civil servant to be motivated in their services, because first of all, salaries are not very good, and you know that very well. And so most of the civil servants you go around are very motivated. How are you going to do that? We want to bring this country to where it was years back. The other one is that, so very, very personal, my brother.